Hello, happy Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. My joke for you for today is another one of my animal jokes. What is a shark's favorite sandwich? Peanut butter and jellyfish. Jellyfish. Yeah. Today's Bible verse is one verse only, taken from the book of Exodus, preparing the people for the Passover. Chapter 12, verse 11. This is how you shall eat it: your loins girded, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it hurriedly. It is the Passover of the Lord. Now, our devotion today is called Shoes for Escape. Tom Kiefer's collection of photographs entitled El Sueño Americano, The American Dream, features image after image of items confiscated from migrants crossing the border into the United States. Once apprehended by Border Patrol agents, non-essential items are taken and discarded. Kiefer, who worked for 10 years as a janitor at a Border Patrol station, noticed these items, retrieved them, and began taking pictures of them. The images haunt the viewer. Row after row of water bottles, a collection of small blue New Testament and Psalms in Spanish, children's drawings, a stuffed toy. Extra clothing gets taken by Border Patrol, as do the shoes not on the person's feet. Belts and shoelaces, dubbed potentially dangerous to self or others, get tossed into the garbage, leaving their former owners to go through the court proceedings without them. The objects reveal the dangerous nature of the journey of escape. Essentials like water to survive the desert heat, and shoes that withstand the miles and miles of walking, speak to the physical challenge faced by desperate travelers. The rosaries and handwritten notes tell of the spiritual hopes that spur men, women, and children to keep going despite the minuscule odds of making it to the promised land. The toothpaste, nail clippers, and combs remind us of universal basic human needs for hygiene and dignity. The row after row of baby food jars defies words and simply moves me to prayer. People fleeing horrific circumstances take little with them. They must take needed items for survival, thinking carefully about shoes that protect, make for easy movement, and are sturdy enough to withstand difficult terrain for long periods of time. And yet, these images show our deep need to be connected to past and future, home and hoped for new beginnings, community, and God. Professor Gregory Cuellar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, of Austin Presbyterian Seminary works with children who have traveled across the desert to get to the United States. He and his wife started a project called Arte de Lagrimas, the art of tears. Migrant children are invited to draw their home or their journey. Cuellar, who writes and teaches about migration and immigration as part of his study of the Old Testament, noted the powerful religious imagery in the children's art. This is a quote from him. The Bible and lived reality may be separated by historical distance, but in terms of the essence of those two stories, the story of the asylum seeker today and the patriarchs, they speak to each other. Shoes, a staff, a meal eaten quickly. God instructs the Israelites to take the bare necessities for making the long, dangerous journey of migration to the promised land. No doubt they too looked around and tucked in their backpacker pockets symbols of home, reminders of God's presence, and relentless hope in God's promised future. Here's our questions for today. Have you ever had to leave your home quickly? If so, what did you take? If not, if you were forced to flee your home, what would you take with you? And secondly, when you hear about people leaving their homes and crossing borders, what is your reaction and why? Would you pray with me, please? God, you called your people out of oppression and slavery to make the long, arduous journey to the promised land of freedom and safety. We lament the need for so many of your children to flee their homes due to violence, war, and poverty. Grant them safety, give them respite, make for them places of welcome, and bring us all to your promised place where everyone has enough and hurt and destruction are no more. Amen. May you be blessed today and every day. See you tomorrow.